It has been a choppy start to the year for Canada. The upcoming federal election takes place against a backdrop of external pressures, primarily from the US. US President Donald Trump has repeatedly questioned Canada's sovereignty, suggesting it should become the 51st US state, while also imposing tariffs on a range of Canadian goods. Those actions appear to have influenced voters. According to polls a few months ago, the Conservatives held a significant lead. But that appears to have been wiped out, and the Liberal Party now looks set to retain power. John Beebe is the director of the Democratic Engagement Exchange at Toronto Metropolitan University.
There has never been an election where the fortunes of one political party and another political party have flipped as quickly and dramatically as we've seen over the last few months. This is an unprecedented election because we do live in unprecedented times, and especially for Canada.
At the start of the year, Conservatives, led by Pierre Poilievre, had a lead of more than 20 points in the polls. But the Liberal Party, after Mark Carney replaced Justin Trudeau as leader amid the US trade war, now looks set to win, though latest polls do show the race tightening. For voters in Toronto, it appears the swing back for Liberals has more to do with external factors.
I think the main issue is pretty obvious, and it's obvious the reason the polls have shifted so much over the past few months, and it's what's happening just on the other side of the lake there, south of the border.
It has to do with what's happening in our economics internationally, and I think it's also important that we're pulling together and bringing a new strength to Canada across our provinces.
Polls also suggest that support for Canada's other main parties appears to be waning as voters rally behind either the Conservatives or Liberals. One element against the backdrop of a tariff war with the US and questions over Canada's sovereignty is whether there will be an increase in voter turnout.
It's going to be a good sign for Canada and for the health of our democracy if people come out and vote. You see much more people embracing their Canadianness and making sure that they're buying Canadian. And so I think voting is just part of that. And if people see that and voting as being part of being Canadian, I think we could see a significant increase in voter turnout.
The build-up to this election has been like no other, but whichever party wins, the celebrations are likely to be short-lived, as the pressing matter of talks and negotiations with the US will come sharply into view. Dan Williams, CGTN, Ottawa.